Hello girly boys, this is Tree and this is Tree Reviews BadScapes. Now I just want to clarify that the title doesn't actually mean that every server that I review is going to be bad. I may come across a gem and I may not. I don't know until I actually step in the game, and a lot of the times when I go out to create these videos I don't actually look for something that's good or bad, and I don't usually know what's going to happen when I do log in. So it's complete luck. What I like to do is I like to find sort of the servers that aren't that popular. I don't really plan on going to one of the bigger ones like Soul Split and checking them out, because I believe that the smaller ones, they need a hand. They need a bit of a boost. This guy's been bumping his topic for a while, so I thought I'd look at it. This may be a blessing or curse for him, but we'll have a look. This particular one advertises a few custom features. Nothing looks too special. There doesn't seem to be too much promotion going on. He just says basically there's drop parties at 10 players, all skills work 100%, awesome PK areas, friendly community and staff, donator zones, which set off red flags to me, but you may set off white flags to you, I guess. Working fight caves, awesome content for everyone to enjoy. Screenshots aren't that great, in fact they're pretty shitty. I've stopped looking at these screenshots these days because they all seem to be the same. Lots of flashing colours and rubbish like that. There's nothing unique in these advertisement threads. I'd love to see someone do something original, like an original way to promote their server, just to stand out, because there's a lot out there, but none yet. We can see the splash screen. It's not that amazing. The whole tagline is where legends reside. I hate that shit. I really do. I hate the next big revolution, or changing the game at the evolution of RuneScape or some rubbish. It's meaningless and it makes it look so dumb. Stop that shit. Just end it. No more. There's an information button. Let's have a look at this. I actually had a look at this before I started recording this, and I found this quite amusing. It tells you to vote and you get 10 mil. That sets up even more red flags. You give an in-game currency for votes. Your content should stand for itself and people should want to vote. You shouldn't be that insecure that you think your server's not that great that you need to give an incentive for people to vote. That's just how I see it, but straight away I look at this and I'm like, this isn't that great. You shouldn't be able to get currency like that. I've made some shitty test account as well, so we'll just log in, check it out, dive straight in. Okay, we are teleported to Edgeville. At least I think it's Edgeville. Let me have a look at the map. Yep, it's Edgeville. There's the U's over there that free-to-play players usually fucking surround. Little bit chaos. I have no idea what's going on, so we'll go talk to this dude. He says, talk to me for help. Yo, I'll teach you a few of the basics. Alright, it says there's a commands command and there's a barrows command. Abaddon points can be earned by Slayer, by killing other players, or donators can earn them by killing pirates at the donator zone. I bet you any money that those pirates are probably very low level, they're probably very easy to grind out, have very short respawn time, and I bet you that these Abaddon points, or whatever they want to call them, give you an advantage when it comes to PvP. Make the rich richer, right? You can gain donator status by donating or by sacrificing 10,000 Abaddon points. That's interesting. So there is a way of gaining donator status without actually donating. That's not something you see all the time. I mean, you guys might, but I don't usually see that. I mean, that's one tick, I guess. I mean, the whole donation system just really annoys me. It's like the mobile games. You just can't take them seriously because they're full of pay to win rubbish. Like, get 5 gems for $5 or whatever they do. There are several shop owners, 3k point shops. One is donator only. and I bet the donator only shop has a whole bunch of overpowered stuff or custom items. Or I'll have a look. I'll see if I can find it. I'm not really like familiar with the new items anyway, so I'll probably look at them and just not have a clue. There's also a vote point shop. Okay, more incentive to vote, skilling shop, and more. I wish people just focus on gameplay and then let the rest come. If you want to monetize, then create a website, try to get as much traffic as you can, and then, you know, put ads places, or, you know, rely on people to find things about your server decent enough to donate. Or there's plenty of ways, really. That just about sums it up. If you have any questions, talk to Damo or myself. Okay. Now shut the fuck up. I like that. That's cool. A little personal touch. It may be standard. Type starter if you didn't get a starter. I hope this doesn't give me... That's cool. Last week when I looked at the other server, they let you create as many accounts as you want, and they gave your account a lot of gold. And what you could do is you exploit the system and create multiple accounts, keep one as your main account, and then transfer all the items over, and like you could get pretty wealthy really fast. But on this one, they actually only allow 2 accounts per IP to gain the starter items. I don't. It's hard to say where I stand with the starter items. I do not believe that you should be given dragon items starting off. Number one, you can't wear them, so they're pointless. You can just sell them. Number two, you're already given 10 mil gold, so or you know, you could keep them in your bank, but it just feels pointless. The whole idea is that you want to level up to the skill to be able to wear these things. Then you have to go out into the world and fill the world and fight those mobs that give you these items. You don't need to here. You throwing them. And you got to ask yourself, are you throwing them because donator items are so much better? And there's a dragon shop. So obviously these combat supply. Okay, they're all the skill shops. That's a bad idea. That's one way to create just one hub in the whole of game. Actually, I don't know. I mean, if your server's populated like Soul Split is, or if it's like the standard game, then you shouldn't be directing everyone to one spot. You should be trying to fill the world and making it feel less empty. But if you have but if you have 2 people on here, then I suppose it makes sense to have everyone at one place. So that's not too bad. I'll let that one off. Dragon items, it would take a long time to get these dragon items if they weren't provided in some sort of shop, because they have to drop, and with such a small player base, they would never drop. Though I like better presentation. Looks like they're all doing the conga line or something. Donator portal. To gain donator status, donate $10. On a side note, be very careful who you're donating to or why you're donating. If it's just because you spoke to the owner once and your mum gave you extra pocket money, don't do it. Go spend your money on a real game. There's a lot of Steam deals out there. Hell, go buy a RuneScape membership, a game that's a lot more polished than this, or it used to be anyway, where the pacing and you know, the game design's a lot better. A lot of the time these servers have no respect for game design or pacing. They just don't care, and they chuck everything in to provide experience, to provide an accelerated version of the gameplay, and it makes the whole thing feel pointless. And I have no idea what's in that donator area. There could be fuck all, and it's all good to take donations, but when you cut off content and treat that donation as in you're buying like a membership of sorts, that's when it gets a little bit iffy. I know donations in different private server scenes were a way to get around the whole legal side, where you couldn't take money for the product because you didn't own the product, but you could take donations because they're completely different. So that makes sense there. What's this Meiji do? Ah, he must take you. I have a feeling he takes you to the where you do the rune rubbish. Alright, there's apparently a whole bunch of... Oh, sorry. I've been typing all day, I apologise. What is the first one? It's weed. It makes you high, apparently. Just be aware, I'm pretty sure the admins on here that log in aren't real people. So they may come off as friendly, but there's no one there. That's interesting. Alright then. So I'm glad you shows that you're a professional, you're going to stick around, and I should definitely donate to you. Of course, I've got nothing wrong with the whole act, but you get my point. Bank. Doesn't work. I wonder if they've disabled that to bring everyone to the bank, like I was saying before, you know, bring everyone to one hub if the world isn't populated. I'll let it off, but it shouldn't even be there. It makes the whole thing feel broken. You don't feel as immersed if things are broken. Okay, we know players, because you're thrown into like this clan chat anyway. Pointless. What is T points? Shows your amount of Toretto points. Is that a new feature in the game? You guys can tell me in the thread. But I assume that this point system was ripped off another base or someone else's source, and then he's changed the name, the developer that is, to Abaddon points, and he's forgot to change this. Obviously I'll have 0, so it's not worth looking at. Agility, so you got your teleports to the agility. I actually tested it out before, it works. Party room also works. That only works if there's I mean it works, but nothing's dropped if there's not 10 people. There doesn't seem to ever be 10 people. New hits turns the X10 hit multiplier on. Well, I suppose I don't know. I mean, it affects the pacing of the game, but it depends how much that matters to. If a server's not going to be around for a long time, then, well, what do you think? It hasn't got a website. Just be wary. Don't invest time in something that you don't think is going to be around for a long time. Make that judgment call. Hop in casually, see if there's a member base, then go from there. Old hits, so you can turn that system on or off. Don't know why you turn it off though. Train, I tested that before, that works. Burrows, yes, you know what that is. And yell, seems to be like a world chat. Change password. Standard. Shops, I assume shops is where I am now, so I'm not even going to test that. Bankall only works when you're actually banking. Skull, you can actually skull yourself. Cool. Okay, so I'm stuck skulled for 10 minutes. So I have to go through all these to make sure that they're decent. Chill zone to chill. Used to claim points after. I don't like how this voting shit's ingrained in it. There's better ways to promote yourself. It makes it feel cheap. I don't know, it just gives me a greasy feeling. And opens the forums in your browser. Okay, so there does seem to be a website. I don't know how well constructed it is. I haven't looked at it. I'm not going to alt tab to have a look at it. You can have a look at it if you want yourself, if you like the server. Now it says there's extras in the quest page. So points are displayed there. What the fuck's happening here? You have members quests, they're structured okay. Staff zone. So they've got one quest, your points, then two quests. spell books, players online, tasks and knowing. How messy is that? And look at the text out here. Clean up your shit. If you're expecting donations, release good shit. It's not that hard. I wouldn't donate to something that's not polished. And why would I spend $10 when I can just go buy something that is polished? Hell, I can buy $2 games that are polished. The skill menus. Check the skill menus. Agility works, but okay, attack works. Strength. That seems to be all in order. I like when they have that. It helps people. But then again, you should all be familiar with the game. Try the brightness settings, because I've seen these play up a few times. That works. I assume the home. Okay, there's like a lodestone. I assume home is here, right? Yep, awesome. That all works. Do these work? They sure do. Can I hold these? That's cool. Okay, have a look at the top left. You can see their ID. Oh, what I assume to be their ID is still visible. I mean, it doesn't take much for people to remove these, and it makes it really look icky. Do these work? These never seem to work, and this happens to a lot of servers that I go onto. Okay. I like that little boom delay. Oh, wait, still having a stroke. It's a matter of points, I'm still trying to press it. Wait, does anyone remember what? Why can't I wield an iron skimmy? Can I rune? No, rune still. Okay, so iron mustn't take any. I had no idea iron was level 1. That's how long it's been. I don't know if it is in the game. I can't remember it being. I suppose it would make sense, so you can immediately upgrade. Yeah, that's cool. What was the? Was it chill zone? Chill zone. Let's have a look. Oh, chill zone. We're in a bank, chilling. Seems kind of redundant if you're forced to go to Edgeville anyway for everything. There's nothing here in chill zone. That's a waste of time. Oh, there is a prayer altar. I know that's not there naturally. Oh wait. There seems to be a wilderness. Ah, even though it's not really advertised and shown so much, there are large areas that seem to be wilderness. But if you're not sure, there should be like a almost a portal or a custom arena type area. You have to remember that if your member base is small, you're never going to have people using these, and then new people are going to hop on and they're going to come to these areas, or eventually after they find it and slog through all the different commands, and there's no one here, they're just going to leave again, and then it's sort of like it damages itself in a way. It's its own worst enemy. Okay, that's cool. There wasn't anything else, was there? No, that's it. I don't know what sort of delay is usual for you. Okay, so let's have a look. Ready? 1. Okay, I'm going to click and I'm going to count. 1. Oh, that worked. Wasn't working before. Oh, ready? 1, 2. About a 1 second delay for me. And of course it doesn't say much, but you might want to check the responsiveness for you. Okay. Well, there's not really much I can say about this place. There's not that many custom or original custom features to report on. It does seem like some of the features have been ripped from another source. You're instantly pushed in to voting not pushed in, or to remain even with the other players, you're encouraged to go vote, and it's spammed in a few places. And then you have admins aren't actually there. You also have this big emphasis on donating. Don't feel like you owe these people anything, because it's very, very, very cheap to go leech the source or somewhere else, upload it on some shitty server, and then expect players to come. A lot of the times, the people who are struggling with the money to maintain these, they don't know how to monetize, or they overextend. Like you see people starting on a Twitch, they go buy like a $5,000 PC and the best microphone out there, expecting that the equipment's going to do the talking for them. A lot of the time these guys can scale back, and as long as you can scale back and then have room for growth later on, that's the approach they should be taking. And if they take that approach, then donators aren't that necessary. I mean, of course, once you get a larger member base, you can start asking for donations just based on, you know, how good your content is. But when you're at this point, what are you doing? There's no point. There was no problems hopping into that. A lot of the times I download clients and they don't seem to work. This one worked, so that's one plus, otherwise you wouldn't be seeing this video. But apart from that, you pretty much get what you see. You're gonna have to hop on and figure out what level of, you know, donator status rubbish you're prepared to put up with, and I highly suggest that you keep checking it out over the next few weeks and check out their forums and see if these guys are going to be around for long, and also see if the member base is increasing, and if it is, then you may consider investing time into this. If not, then don't, because you don't want to invest time, have it wasted when they close down a little bit later on. This was only posted on February the 9th, so it's not that old. So see where it goes. I don't know whether I'll have a video out next week. I'm back doing my degree at the moment, so I'm not too sure whether I have time. I'll try. I wanted to bring a lot more production quality into this video. I have no time to do the graphics or anything like that. If no one wants to volunteer to do it. The idea is, over the next few weeks, I have other people from the community join me in these. You guys don't want to hear me ramble on for as long as I have by myself, and at least with two people, you know, there'll be a bit of talking and jokes in between. I also want to go through the RS cheating side, and I want to go through from start to finish and do like a little series of sorts, so that new members can understand, I suppose, why the community is the way it is now. It'll be focusing on our side, not the Scythe side, which is, I've always seen that the two communities have grown parallel to each other. Originally they came from the same place. Free games forums, I would probably say, would be safe for me to say, but after that they sort of split, so we'll be focusing more on this side. But we'll see how we go. I mean, this is only like a side hobby. It just passes the time. I don't expect much from it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I definitely apologise for the times that I've rambled on or I've been short on words, but you guys can, I'm sure you guys can manage. It's a rough community, and if you survive this long, then you have thick skin and you can handle little shit like that. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening. Tree out.